Let's escape the gray and let the colors rain. Turn the shit we do and our words into pure reality. 'Cause you and me are meant to be what they don't see. Never feeling wrong 'cause we don't belong. And getting high enough, we're invincible. Trust in me, we're invincible. Don't you see, we're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible.
Comes a new challenger.
Say a beat, challenger. Are you prepared to meet your fate? Beware, as what lies ahead of you will either be your destiny or your defeat.
Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is as absolutely beautiful by you as it is here by me. I am in Northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and the weather has been perfection almost all week. We did have a little bit of rain, but that's okay. A little bit of rain actually helps with everything, so we're not going to complain about it. It was just enough rain. It did kind of make things a little bit humid, if I'm being honest, a little bit. But otherwise, it's still beautiful outside, and so I hope that you guys are enjoying the weather just as much as I am, and I hope that things are working out just as well for you. Sorry, the puppy cam is a little awkward. Yeah, hi, baby. Hi. She has been so silly all week because I think I told you guys I've started working remotely this week. I'll be working remotely for my corporate job for 2 more weeks. So I started on Tuesday. Working remote. And so every time I have a meeting in here now, she thinks I'm on a live stream. And so she immediately comes running in here to get her treat. And she's kind of a little embarrassing about it because she's just constantly harassing me about it. But anyway, welcome back to the channel tonight. Today we are working on our cross stitch project. Thank you again for waiting out the extra 30 minutes. I really appreciate that, guys. As you know, we have a virtual breakfast with our kids. So it was great to see them. So that's why we are starting a little bit later today. Okay, goes. It's a little bit on the high side. Let me turn it down just a little bit. There we go. There we go. So we will say hello to them more officially in just a moment, but first we need to hop into chat and say hello to our friends. But we're going to be working on our cross-stitch project. As you guys can see, I've already got it set up here. This is our Cinderella project. If I scan the camera around a little bit, you guys can see what we've already finished here. Let me move this down for just a second. Move that out of the way so you guys can see what we're talking about here. You can see the Cinderella's castle is just about done. There's some pieces here that are still missing, and we'll go back to those and fill those in. And I do still need to do all of the straight stitching, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But right now we're over here on this end, and then I also, you can see it just tucked back here. You guys can kind of see it. I finished, excuse me, the cross-stitch project that we started a few months back. That one was my living room special. I was working on that one in the living room, and I have finished that, so I'll show that to you guys here in just a second. But very first, let's go ahead and hop into chat and say hello to everybody there. I believe the very first person in chat was Carrie Leonard. Maybe it was Sandra. I'm not sure. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here in chat. I don't have the chat on my phone because I'm using it for the extra camera here because my other camera kind of bit the dust. So sorry if that was not for you guys. But either way, either Carrie or Sandra was the very first person in chat. So thank you very, very much for that. I really appreciate it. Brat46 is also here this morning. Good morning, Brat46. Sandra is here as well. Good morning. Carrie Leonard is here. Susan is here. Good morning. Susan, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for being a member of the channel as well. We will have our members only live stream tomorrow, so I will post the link for that in our community page about 7 p.m. Central Time. You guys are welcome to join me if you'd like to. If not, that's okay. You can just catch us on the live stream. Mama Joyce will be with us, and we're going to be working on our Blackberry Bramble project, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see who else is in chat this morning. Susan the Quirky Quilter was re-upping her membership. Thank you, Susan, so much for that, and thank you for being a member of the channel. I really appreciate that. Sandra says, oh no, internet keeps us connected. Melanie is also here. Good morning, Melanie. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Kathy is here as well. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a moderator of our channel. I really appreciate that. My moderators do a lot of work behind the scenes, and I truly, truly appreciate everything that they do. They are amazing people and just amazing content creators as well. So make sure you check them out. You can do !Kathy or !Terry in chat. Make sure you check those guys out. They do amazing jobs. I try and catch their replays whenever I can. I don't catch them as often as I would like to, but I do try to catch them as often as I can. Let's see. Who else is here this morning? Last time the heist didn't work. Yeah, I have no idea what happened with it. I don't even know if it's working again. I meant to look into it, and I kind of got sidetracked and kind of forgot. So hopefully it's working this time. Hopefully, fingers crossed. we'll have to wait and see. Hi, Lee. Good evening. Good morning. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. He says he's going to be working on a new project for his train layout. Make sure you check out his channel as well. You can do exclamation point Lee in chat. So good morning. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Judy is here this morning. Good morning, Judy. Welcome back. Judy has also started her own channel, so make sure you check her out. Exclamation point Judy in chat as well. Who else is here with us this morning? Music today is really weird. It's different. It's definitely different. Let's see. Oh, I clicked the button. I didn't mean to click a button. I didn't want to click a button. There we go. Lucas and Tony were actually here this morning for breakfast, so he may or may not be able to join us in chat. He was actually going to be driving home soon, so they went back to his parents' house to pack their stuff up, and then they were going to be on the road. So they may stop in here for just a second to say hello, but more than likely Lucas will not be in chat today. Or if he is, then it'll be Tony that will actually be working the moderator stuff. So thanks to them for joining us for breakfast this morning. It's always such a great time to see them, and that's actually why I was running a little bit late this morning. We were just chatting away and lost track of time. So it was really great to see them. I probably won't see them again for a little while just because of schedules and things like that. So hopefully they'll have some time to come out and see us again soon. Patty, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Brenda is also here. Brenda, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. So great to see you. Brenda also has her own channel. She started posting a couple things to it. So make sure you give her a follow as well. Sandra Cedar is also here. Good morning, Sandra. Thank you for coming back. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Mary is here as well. Good morning, Mary. Welcome back. Joyce is here. My goodness, Joyce, I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. Welcome back. Terry is here. Good morning, Terry. Welcome back. I feel like I'm missing some people here. Let's see. Yep, there's Brenda. Hi, Brenda. I see you. Hi, still isn't working. Oh, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to have to look into that. Sorry, guys. I will try and remember to take a look at that later today, figure out what's going on with it. I'm sorry about that. The good news is that the other games are working, so that's good. Yeah, I'm not sure why the high school game isn't working. Raven is here. Good morning, Raven. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Judy says, I watched Brenda's channel. Well, that was so nice of you. Make sure you head over there to Brenda's channel and check her out. I have not tried the needles, Brenda. They're actually right here. I'm going to try them today. That's one of the things we're going to talk about today. I have not tried them. I was going to try them right here on the channel so you can get my real reaction to it. I have two other needles that are just sitting over here off to the side that I was using before, and I've got another one sitting here. I've got needles everywhere. So, yeah. So we're going to try those out today. All right, well, it looks like I've gotten through everybody in chat. If I didn't say hello to you, I truly apologize for that. I try not to miss people, but it happens. So if I miss you, I truly apologize. I will need you to say hello to me one more time, but this time I need you to tag me in it. You can do that by using the @ symbol. That's the A with the circle around it, or the shift #2 on your keyboard. So go ahead and type in that, and then type in "So Not an Expert," and then what that does is it actually highlights it on the screen, so then hopefully I don't miss it again. Now, sometimes what happens is I'll see the highlight, but I'm talking about something else at the time, and I'll have to go back and look at that highlight. So hopefully I don't miss it again, but if I do miss it again after a few minutes, please let one of my moderators know. They do have other ways of getting in hold of me, and they know how much I hate missing people. So I have given them more than enough permission to just completely spam me to get my attention, to make sure that I'm not missing anything. So make sure you say hello again one more time for me. All right, so let's go ahead and say hello to our four-legged friends. They got pancakes this morning. Mr. Wizard made pancakes for breakfast this morning, which is what he usually does when the kids come home for breakfast. And so he makes little teeny tiny silver dollar ones for the puppies, and they each got 3 or 4 of them. Not at the same time, you know, he gives them one at a time. But so they got little full bellies from all the pancakes. But I'm thinking there still might be a little bit of room left for Chex Mix. So if you are a member of the channel, make sure you're spamming chat with that Chex Mix emoji while I go ahead and give them some treats. So 1, 2, 3. There he is. There's Mr. Benjamin. All right, let's say hello to our four-legged friends. Hello, Wrigley. Good morning. Welcome back. So great to see you. Hi, Ivy. Good morning. Welcome back. So great to see you. Addison, such a good girl. Thank you very much for that. Miss Benjamin, take it nice. Good boy. Such a good boy. All right, one more. Wrigley, good morning. Good morning. Ivy, take one. Take it nice. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Addison, take it nice. Good girl. Mr. Benjamin, take it nice, please. Good boy. Okay, all gone. All gone. Thanks for playing. All this mass exodus. It's so much fun. Thank you guys for spamming the chat with those cute emojis. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, we have switched out all of the members' emojis. They're a little bit on the tiny side, but there is one that represents each one of the dogs. So see if you guys can have fun figuring out which one's which. And yeah, so anyway, so let me show you guys, before we get too deep into it, let me show you guys what I have finished. Check this out. I have completed it. This is the paint, this is the stamped cross stitch that we started a few months back on the channel. We started it here because I wanted to show it to you guys and how it works. But I've officially finished it. I finished the last stitches last night. And so now Lucas broke the heist game. He might have. Yeah, he absolutely might have broken the heist game. Oh, Terry, where did you find those paw prints? Those are adorable. I love those. I might have to steal those. So those are so cute. So anyway, so this is the Four Seasons tree that I told you guys about that I had started. So it's completely finished. So now what the next step in this is I need to get rid of all of the ink, the stamped ink here. So what I'm supposed to do, and I've never done this before, so I'm a little bit nervous. But what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to soak it in cold water for up to 4 hours to get rid of this ink. Now they did say that sometimes it takes a couple of soaks to get rid of it entirely. But I'm really kind of nervous about it because I'm worried that it's going to turn this white thread into another color. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I want to see how it looks. I want to see kind of what happens. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. I love it. I think it turned out really, really well. I love all the little colors all the way around it. So I'm really hoping that it turns out to be okay. Hi, Courtney. Welcome back to the channel. It is so great to see you. My gosh, girl, I've not seen you in forever. I hope you're well. Which one's Addison? Yes, Addison's the one with the sewing machine. Correct. Yes, very good. So yeah, so this was finished. I'm gonna go ahead and soak it in the cold water now. We'll see what happens. And then hopefully everything turns out clear the way it's supposed to. And then I'll take it back out and I'll iron it so that it lays flat. And then we'll go ahead and get it mounted up. But this is completely done. And so now I've started it on a new one. Color catchers. Brenda, that's not a bad idea. I might try that. I didn't think about that, but that could be a good idea too. Yeah. You're not supposed to put it in the washing machine to tumble it, but yeah, color catchers might be a good idea. Yeah, color catchers might help. So we're gonna try that. We'll see what happens. You know, it could end up being ruined. Who knows? I hope not, but we'll see. I've never done a stamped one before, so if any of you guys have ever done a stamped one before and soaked it, let me know how it turned out. Yes, color catchers. Yeah, that's a great idea, guys. I didn't even think about that. Like, that's super smart. I would not have thought about that. So I've started on another one now. You guys can kind of see it here. I'll just show it to you real quickly. Started on another one. This is the new one that I'm starting on. It goes like this, actually. This one is a black background, so it's going to have all this black thread back here. And then some colors. This one is a much smaller count. The other one that I did was an 18 count. This one's only a 14 count, so the stitches are much smaller. And so they're actually covering the coloring pretty well. But we do have all this excess markings all the way around. So I think I'm still going to have to soak this one. But this one's going to have a ton of black in it. So we'll have to wait and see how that one goes. But I'm really liking them so far. Hopefully they turn out the way they're supposed to. But today we're going to be working on our Cinderella project. As you guys can see, it's already set up and ready to go. Okay, come on. Let's go this way because you're being annoying. For those of you who have not seen this series before, this is what the Cinderella one looks like. Little there. This is what the Cinderella one is going to end up looking like. This part is the part that we're done with. I told you that that's this here, this over here that I showed you just earlier. And now we're working down here. Along here, you can kind of see the cobblestones down here. Is this section right here. That's what we're starting with. And then we're just kind of working our way in that way. So it's actually sitting like this. So we're working our way up that way. So that is what we are working on. It's going to take us a significant amount of time, especially since I've only been working on it once a month with you guys. But that's okay. So one of the things that we talked about last week, the last time we were together, was my needles. I was really struggling with my needles. I was getting really frustrated. I was using a new set of needles that I thought were going to be a good set of needles, and it turned out I really didn't like them. I really did not like them at all. So I started with, let me show you guys what I was, it's very detailed. Yes, it's very, very detailed, Terry. Yeah. So I started with these. These are, oops, sorry. These are from DMC. Now this is, I figured these were going to be fantastic needles because they're directly from DMC and they're size 26 needles. I wasn't 100% sure on what size needles I needed, but 26 seemed to be the standard size, so that's why I went with these. These are super, super thin. They're very, very thin needles, and I don't like the holes in them, the actual eyelets. They're really, really teeny tiny, and so I wasn't really thrilled with these. I do still have them here. I have one tucked in right here, just off to the side, so I may still end up using those. So then, after our conversation last week, I went ahead and I bought these. Now, I bought these from Waywick. I bought them because they were a little bit thicker. These have various different sizes. There are 22, a 24, and a 26. And they have a different, they have really nice big eyelets. There's only one problem with them, and I want to see if it does it again. I used one of the middle-sized ones. Oh, this one's not going to do it. Okay, cool. I used one of the medium-sized ones. This one will do it. And it literally just bends right in half and snaps. Where is it? It just snaps right in half. So the thin ones, I try to push on it, and they literally either just bend or they snap right in half. So I was really kind of disappointed with those. So you gotta be careful. So I am trying to be a little bit more cautious. Like this one is actually doing okay. This one doesn't bend, but it's a really thick one. This is probably one of the thicker needle sizes. I actually bent one of them in half when I was using it, and I handed it to Mr. Wizard, and I said, "Here, can you go put this in my bin for me?" And he goes, "Sure," and I handed it to him, and it was bent in half, and he's like, "My God." Yeah, it was not supposed to do that. So I don't necessarily recommend these. Bohine from France, I guess. I don't know. I don't really recommend them. And then one of our subscribers, Brenda, thank you again so much for that. She actually sent me in these. These are her favorite ones. So we're going to try these out today. These are called Sullivan's Easy Guide. They're ball tip needles, which I don't think I've ever used a ball tip needle before. But they're a size 26. So she sent these in to me, which thank you again, sweetheart, for sending them in. I really appreciate it. So we're going to try those today. So I'm excited to try something new. Of course, I do still have my Thread Magic. I'm going to still use that. I have found that I really like the Thread Magic. I've used all of the other ones. I've used the beeswax. I've used I've used two different types of beeswax. I've used the Thread Magic, and then I also tried using the soap. I couldn't get the soap to work for me, but I do really like the Thread Magic. So we're going to use that one today. And we're going to try one of these ball tip needles. I've never used a ball tip needles today, so we're going to try it. Hi, Dawn. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Kick the bot. Don't kick the bot. Susan says, I use the ones I bought and like them a lot. Which ones did you buy, Susan? Alright, so first things first, I have not gotten anything set up here today, guys. I'm just completely unset up. So give me a second here. Let me grab this. Probably should put that away. Hello, Mr. King. Go back there. This is for holding up my... That's back behind there. Doggy treats can come up here. This here is for holding my pattern up for me. I have not pulled the pattern out yet. I told you I'm unorganized today. It took a little bit longer than we wanted to with talking with Tony and Lucas. But you know what? They don't visit very often, or we don't get to see them that often anymore. So I try to excuse me, take advantage when I can. Alright, so there's my magnet. There's my magnet. Here's my scissors. There should be a pencil in here somewhere. I'm not feeling the pencil. Let me see if I can find it. So what is everybody else working on this morning? How was your Sunday morning going for you? Hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far. Where's my pencil? Looking for my pencil and I can't seem to find it. I have a pencil that I use with a nice thick eraser on it. I don't know what I do with it. Usually I put it in the bag here. I don't know. Weird. Well, I have this one I can use, I guess. I'll put these needles back away since we're not going to be using those. Hi Sylvia, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Alright, so I think what we're going to do, as much as I don't want to, I think we're going to kind of need to. We kind of need to go back down to the bottom here. Bottom down here. And start using some stuff. I feel like I had some colored thread or something stuffed somewhere. Didn't I? Did I not? Maybe I didn't. Oh, there's my pencil. I found it. I knew it was in here somewhere. Okay. There's my pencil. I had this pencil for many, many years. Yeah, I guess we didn't work on it enough. I must have finished it. So that's okay. That's okay. Robert says we're working on kicking a heist out of the box. Oh no, mending to do. That doesn't sound like fun at all, Dawn. That really does not sound like fun at all. Last 2 pages of the legit kit of the tree frog, and then have to papers and sewing borders. Wow, Linda, that is awesome. Somebody else was doing the tree frog. I don't remember who else it was, but somebody else I saw was posting pictures of the tree frog online. So that's fun. Okay, let's see what we got here. So, oh, I see. So down here, we were working on this other color down here in the corner. Should probably work on that some more, you think? Probably, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that, shall we? Alright, so let me grab that. Sorry, my arms are in the way today, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry. I just wanted to remind you guys we are doing a Peace of Mind Mending Pieces live stream over on Katie's channel this afternoon, 5:30 p.m. Central Time, so make sure you check that out. We will also have, I think I told you this once before already, but excuse me, I'm sorry. We will be having our members only live stream on Monday, and then we have our Spools of the Year project, excuse me, on Tuesday, and I still haven't cut the fabric for it yet, so it's going to be, I might actually be, oh my god, what is wrong with me? I might actually be doing that on this afternoon with Katie over on her channel. So if you guys want a sneak peek of what that might look like, make sure you check that out. I need to find the right color. Let's see. Oops. Go this way. It's weird. There it is. Number 17 on card number 2. 17, card number 2. Let's go ahead and grab a thread of that. 17. Oh my, it's really short. Oh, these are so short. Card number 2. What's happening? So short. Let's go ahead and grab one of these for now. My goodness. So short. There we go. These ones, look, I mean, look how short these are compared to, look how short these are compared to like this one, and so much shorter. I must have cut them a little bit too much when I was trimming them. That's alright. That's okay. We'll work through them. Yeah, so short. Let's see. This magnifying glass has been a lifesaver, I'm telling you. I think I told you guys I bought another one for my living room. It has been so nice to have one in the living room. Okay. Set that down here. There we go. The only thing I did not pull out was a needle threader. Let me grab that. There we go. If you don't like the face of that one, don't get it. Too much money unless you can change it. The face of what? Terry, what are we talking about? What did I miss? What did I miss? I missed something. Let me see. I would get the Statue of Liberty, but that face is bad. Oh, gotcha. Don says, I wish legit kits would come out with a pattern I like. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. There's another company out there that does was it Judy Niemeyer or something does that too. Let's see if the needle threader will go in this needle here. Yeah, well, okay, good. I do have a different threader if I need it. Might have to use a different one. I did buy some different needle threaders. Let's see. There we go. That worked. That worked. We're going to try the ball tip needles this time today. See how those work out for us. I've never used a ball tip needle before. Never. No idea if I'm going to like it or not. We'll see. I am going to still use my Thread Magic. I really like this Thread Magic. I've used all of them, and the wax one isn't bad either. The Thread Magic is a little on the pricier side for what you're getting, but I did find it cheapest at Waywick, so I've bought 2 more of them. I have up there. Oh shit. Well, that bit wasn't cool. The thread just literally pulled apart on me. Wow, that was not cool at all. Not cool. Not cool at all. It just pulled apart. As I was trying to pull it through the... There we go. Oh, you know what it is? It's the... I see what it is. Okay. We're gonna have to use a different thread because I see what it is. It's this needle threader is actually cutting the thread because I'm pulling on it too hard. So let me grab a different needle threader. Let me grab a different one. I have a different kind over here. Hobby Landing. Thank you for sharing that link, Terry. Sorry. Let's try this one. Let's try a different one. There we go. We'll get it going, I promise. We'll get it going in just a minute. Just trying to... I bought a new type of needle threader and I'm waiting for it to come in the mail. It's supposed to be one of those ones where like you you like stick the needle into this thing and then like the thread comes through the side and it's just supposed to be better. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Sounds like Tony and Lucas are back. They said they were going to stop by again to drop something off for Taylor. So sounds like they're back again. Maybe they'll pop in here real quick and say hi to everybody. We'll see. Have you tried needle threading with the lever? I think that's the one we're talking about. I have bought some on Amazon. They're supposed to be here in the next day or two. They like you stick the needle in it and you push the like button and then the thing comes out and it's supposed to like if it works I'll show it to you guys. If it doesn't work then I'm not going to worry about it. But I did buy extras of them so that if we get them to work then I can share it with you guys. Oh, Taylor's home. You're home early. Are you okay? Oh, Tony and Lucas are supposed to be coming by to drop something off.
You remember it's Sunday?
I know, but I thought you got off at noon. Sorry.
No, we get off whenever we're done.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, so let me see what I'm doing here. We're going to try. to figure this out. There we go. Sometimes you have to do it a couple times, but they're great. Okay, I'll have to try those. All right. Okay, having a little bit of trouble getting it to be where I need it to be. A little bit higher. There we go. There we go. All right, so far I'm really liking this needle. It's very thin. The ballpoint really seems to be helping nicely with getting it into. Sorry, having trouble for a second here. With getting it into the hole. Raven says my thimbles are going the wrong way. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh boy. Sorry for all the dog barking. Come on, there we go. You guys see it okay? Yeah. You kind of see what I'm doing. Oh boy. Hey, play nice! So far I like the needle. So far they seem really nice. The ballpoint tip on it really seems to push through the Ada fabric pretty nicely. So I like that. Use an eraser, then a little warm water with Dawn soap and Scrub Daddy. Clean it off the warm water and then dry towel. Let it sit overnight. It works well. My mat is a Martelli. I think I told you I just recently had to replace my mat because it the self-healing grooves in it were not healing anymore. So I had to replace it. So far, Brenda, I really like these needles. They seem to be working very well. They're strong. They're not bending on me as I'm trying to push down on them. I can't believe that needle, though. It's just like bent. Like, Terry says, everybody hug the bot. Everybody hug the bot. Hey, hey, hey! What are we doing? Sorry. You use the old mat for cutting batting. Oh, good call. Good call. I donate mine to my neighbor, Mr. Wizard. I donate my old mats to him because he destroys them. So this last one, he actually cut that one into 4 pieces so that he could use it. Okay, there we go. I'm going really slow today because I'm using a new needle. I'm not quite. It just seems to be really slow going today. It's okay though, right? Okay. I don't know. They're all like angry at each other all of a sudden. Playing a little too rough, I think. There we go. I like how it doesn't split the cloth or the floss. I agree. Yeah, it's not doing that. It does seem to be doing that. I agree. So far I'm really liking it. They're working out really well. I like that. Now there are times where you want them to split, and that does seem to take a little bit of extra encouragement, but that's okay. There we go. Yes, Brenda, I agree when I can, you know. Only clean it once every 6 months. Have keep the mat so far for 4 years. Yes, the Martelli mats, I've heard that those are really nice mats. I have heard that. My budget won't quite allow for a Martelli mat. There, that's better. Wow, yeah, I really like the way this pokes through, Brenda. Yeah. Yeah, this is really nice. Um, Thank you for this recommendation. They are a little pricey. I will say that. I did notice they were a little on the more expensive side for needles. But if they do the job better and make it more enjoyable and easier, then I'm willing to pay the extra price for it. So yeah, these are really nice. Wonder if you can buy them in bulk somewhere. Wow. Yeah, they're definitely a needle that I would recommend. Yeah, for sure. So thank you again for sending it. I really appreciate it. Um, typically I just use the ones that come in the kit. Doesn't split the cloth. Yeah, I saw her say that. Yeah, and she's right. It doesn't. It doesn't split it, but it does go through the hole where you want it to go through really nicely. Yeah, it really pokes through nicely. Yeah, it's definitely really nice. I like it a lot, actually. There we go. Nice and smooth, so it doesn't catch on anything as it's coming through. It's very thin, which is one of the things I really like about it. Um, this is a size 26 needle. So it seems like it's kind of mid-range because I think there's a 22, a 26, and a 28, if I remember. 22, 24, and 26. Sorry, so this is the bigger. Remind me again, is this the higher the number, the smaller the needle? Oh my gosh, it cracked. Oh my goodness. Ballpoint. Yes, it's a ballpoint. Yeah. So this is for those of you who didn't see. This is the needle that she had me using. I'm sorry. It's called the Sullivan's Easy Guide Ball Tip Needle. This is a size 26 that she sent me to try out, and it's got the little ball tip on it. Like you can actually see the little tip on the ball tip there. Works really nicely, really really nicely. I'm really really happy with it so far. Um, it was a little pricey. When I looked at them, they were a little on the pricey side. Susan, no problem. We understand. I did start a little late today, so I get it. I understand. Thanks for hanging out with us, even if it was just for a little bit. You can always catch the replay later. Yeah, I really like it. Especially this project here is 14 count ADAS, so it's really tiny. Really tiny. So it is helping considerably with that. Go. Sullivan Easy Guide ball tip size 256. Yep. Yep. 26. Yeah, 26, not 256. Yeah, 26. Yeah, so far I'm really liking it. So I appreciate that. I really appreciate it when you guys share your tips and tricks with me. I don't obviously expect you to send them to me, so that was really, really kind of her to do that. I had planned to purchase some anyway to try out because she had recommended it. But yeah, I'm really liking it so far. There you go. Trying to find it to share a link. There was some on Amazon, Terry. That's how she sent these to me on Amazon, so I want to share an Amazon link. Yeah, so if you do cross stitch quite a bit, like I do, and or you're really getting into it like I am, and you want to try a good needle, nice high quality needle, which sometimes you get what you pay for, check these out. They seem to be working very, very well. I'm really impressed with it. Um, Especially for the 14 count ADA because it is so tiny to work with. Look at that nice. The bot broke the heist. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the heist game. I'll have to look into it. Sorry guys. Not sure what happened there. Sorry, you guys know I'm trying to focus here on what I'm doing. The other thing I like is the fact that it's not poking my finger when it comes through the backside because it's not a sharp tip. It's a ballpoint tip, so it's not poking me. I mean, I can feel it, obviously, but it's not poking me, which is kind of nice. Oops. It does have the smaller eye on it, so I do have to use a little bit of a different needle threader, but you know, that's okay. One at a time. That's funny. What's on the other side of the door, Raven? Quiet. Okay, so the ball tip does make it a little bit more challenging to end your thread. Darn it. Oh, the broom. Gotcha. I understand now. Let's see if I can get this. Come on. Trying to end this thread. I'm trying to tuck it back in to my previous stitches without pulling it out of the needle, which is proving to be a little bit of a challenge, if I'm honest. Oh, damn it. Hold on to the needle again. I think I'm just going to cut it there. Just going to leave it. Just going to leave it. All right. Oh, yuck. Yuck, Terry, or Sylvia, I understand that I have had to vacuum up ants before. Yeah, they're not fun. We get ants in our house quite a bit. This is that green fish needle threader. It's not great. It's not great. It's not going very well for me. I could probably try to thread these by hand, but I'm having a hard time seeing them because I'm getting too old for that stuff anymore. So we're trying to use this as much as we can. Vinso, welcome back. So great to see you. Thanks for being here this morning. We are back working on some cross stitch today. I promise we will get back to quilting next week. Next week we will be back to normal. We will be working on our framed pinwheels. That's our sew along project that we've been working on. Most of you have probably already finished it, but not me. I haven't finished it yet. So, oh, jeez, knocked the camera over. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Before we get to this, let's go ahead and ooh, ouch. Go ahead and color in our pieces so we know where we're at. Move this over here just for a second so we can color it in. Color all of this in here. Is it the same as the one you got before?
It's a different color.
Cute.
This one's green. The one I have is gray.
Gotcha. Alright, let me just double check and make sure. Yeah, okay. Just coloring in the pieces here, guys. Give me just a second here. You guys know that I've been telling you before that I like to use a little bit of a light pencil and just color in the squares of all the parts that and I do it very lightly so I can still see the straight stitching. But I like to color in the pieces where I've already sewn, so then that way I know what I have done and what I need to do still. That was. There we go. And I've got a magnifying glass magnet here to help me see the lines that I need to do next. Really kind of nice. Oh, Raven, well that's kind of nice actually because we have those here, yeah. Hornet's nests, yeah, we have those here. In fact, our neighbor next door to us has it's either a bee's nest or a hornet's nest. I think they're bumblebees, honestly. In their roof, and so they've had it for years. Like I can't imagine what their house sounds like. They've had it there for years, and so of course it gets they get on our patio, so then we have to watch the dogs. Make sure that the dogs don't get stung. And there we go. We have to be careful when we're out on our back patio too, because they're just like everywhere. Okay, so now I need to do some other stitches here. Yeah, you come back. Need to start my stitching first. Music today is really weird. Your neighbors should probably do something about that. We had one where the covered porch meets the house last summer. They should do something about it, 100%. But you know they've had it for many years now, many years now, and they don't seem to be all that worried about it. They're not our favorite neighbors. They are not our favorite. I did this one a little bit wonky. It's not quite the way I wanted to do it, but it's okay. I like these needles though. I'm really liking this. I like the thinness of it. I like the ball tip on it. It's really nice. Yeah, they've had it for many years. Like I'm talking like 6 or 7 years at least. We end up with the same kind of a situation where our back patio becomes covered with bees because they're all literally going into their house because we can see where they're entering the house. Um, so I can only imagine, and it's every year. Like they just keep coming back every year. Is he here? I don't think he's here. I think he's driving right now. Said his name 3 times. Yeah, I don't think he's here. I think he's him and Tony are driving back home. They literally just left our house a second ago. So, and he's driving. They took his car this time, so he's driving and Tony's sleeping. So they'll probably be home just as our live stream ends. Said his name 3 times. He's not Beetlejuice. Although I do use that reference a lot at work. A lot. So, does anybody have any fun plans for today? I know it's going to be beautiful in most places. My weather app was saying it should start raining here this afternoon. Yes, Terry, I'm working from home. This will be week 2. We're supposed to be working from home until the 19th. Yep, till the 19th. As long as everything goes according to plan and according to schedule, I should be returning to my new office on the 22nd. I did a little bit of math yesterday. I had to put gas in my car. I don't know what gas prices are like by you guys, but they're a small fortune here in Illinois. Illinois does this fun thing where they tax gas, and it's just outrageous. Right now, our current gas prices, I think yesterday I paid $4.36 is what I paid yesterday. Because Taylor was rubbing in that she paid $4.19 where she was at. So gas prices are a small fortune. They got up to $5.29 at one point, but they have come down a little bit, which is good. So anyway, so I was doing some math yesterday. when I was putting gas in my car, because I know I'm not going to have to really drive my car very much for the next 2 weeks, which is really going to be kind of nice. I'm not really going to have to put any gas in the car. Typically, I had to fill up my tank about every 7 days, every 7 weekdays. Is usually what I would have to fill my tank up, my gas tank up. And because I drove 23 miles one way to work every day. So I would put 46 miles on my car every day, no matter what. And that's if I didn't go anywhere else. I just went to and from the office. So 46 miles every day. My new office is 11 miles from my house. So I will be putting half the amount of mileage on my car, and I will be putting half the amount of gas in the car. So I was thinking about it yesterday, and I did the math for a minute, and I was like, should only have to fill my tank once every 2 weeks instead of once every week. I don't think I've ever been in a situation like that before, or not since I was a very young teenager. So that is going to be really exciting for me. So I'm kind of excited for that, to just not have to put gas in the car every 2 weeks for every week. I'm really excited to not have to put as many miles on my car too, because I really, really like my car. I'm getting to a point where I'm approaching 100,000 miles on the car, and yes, I know you can keep cars for much longer than that, and I do plan to keep this one for a while. But everything of miles is, just adds more maintenance and things to cars. So there's been a little bit of anxiety over that, and so yeah, I'm really, really excited for my new office and how close it's going to be to home. I was telling Mr. Wizard the other day, I said, I'm going to get home before 6 o'clock most days. I said, and that's just weird to me. Like, I have not been able to come home before 6 o'clock unless I left early on purpose. Like, that's never happened. That has not happened in a very long time. So that's going to be exciting. So I'm really excited about it. I am also really loving working from home. I'm getting so much more done. So much more done. Even with my meetings and everything else, I'm just way more efficient. Because there's just no distractions. There's nobody at my desk. If they need something, they have to message me, and then I can, schedule it in, or they call me and I can schedule it in. So, it's just been really nice. I don't know that I would want to work remote all the time, because I think I would miss the social aspect of the office and the people that I work with, because I really do like the people I work with. Almost every day. Oh, jeez. What just... oh, jeez. What just happened? Just came out. So I don't know that I would want to go remote all the time, but I can understand how some people wouldn't like that. In other news, I did drop off our quilt top for our puppy's quilt to the long arm. She's about 6 weeks behind right now, so I don't expect to see that again for at least 6 weeks. We have already picked out the quilting pattern that she's going to be using for it. She said she didn't show it to me, but she said she had the perfect one, and I told her that was fine. Typically, she sends me, an email with different ones to choose from, and I told her, I said, don't bother this time. I'm like, I trust your judgment. If you say this one's gonna work and this one's gonna be really cute, then let's just go with it. So I'm not gonna worry about that. There's a dog snoring. I don't know where. I can hear it. Taylor's home, and I think she's eating something because I can hear a bowl scraping. So I think that's why the dogs aren't in here with me, is because they're with Taylor. All right, let me just move this up ever so slightly so that I can actually see what we're doing now. I had about a 15-minute drive and sometimes had to sit on a service road for 45 minutes, which made me late and doubled my commute. Yeah, Terry, right now my commute is about, on a good day, I can make it about 46 minutes. But typically it's between 53 minutes and a little over an hour. Typically. And that is going to turn into a 22 to 28-minute commute, which is going to be awesome. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. Like, it has been so long since I have had such a short commute. I used to actually, when I was a teenager, when I first got the job that I have now, I actually lived with my family, and we lived in a condo just down the street. Like, just down the street. It would take me 5 minutes to get to work every day. And then we moved out here where we live now, because my mom and my stepdad couldn't really afford anything out there, and this was a new land development and things like that. So they had a house built out here, and it turned out, it increased my commute for sure. But I didn't really mind it because I don't mind driving. I actually enjoy driving. The driving part of it is not the hard part. Like that to me doesn't bother me. There's all the other idiots on the road that bother me. But you had to cross a very busy bridge. Oh, that would be stressful. Judy says, when I worked in Atlanta, my commute was about 35 minutes, but if there was an accident, it could be an hour. Loved it when I could work from home. Yeah, yeah. Um, my company will allow me to work from home, for weather emergencies and things like that when there's really bad weather out, things like that. But now with me being closer, I'm not sure that that's really going to be a thing anymore. They don't really have a distance, but I will be the closest one in my team. So there will be that. People tend to speed on bridges because it's worse than just taking it easy. If you clog the bridge with an accident, good luck. Yeah, luckily we don't have any bridges like that out here, at least not out here by me. But there's trains. There's a lot of trains that can snarl things up. There are still accidents that can snarl things up pretty much too. But not on bridges. Not like you guys have bridges. Yeah, I imagine getting stuck on one of those bridges is not fun. You basically should bring cross stitching with you or something, just to sit the car. I've heard California has just as bad traffic on the expressways, and I've kind of witnessed it a little bit when we were out in California. But we were on a tour bus, and so we were able to drive in the carpool lane, which did speed things up considerably. But I got to witness it. Everybody just kind of sitting there, snarled up in traffic. But yeah. Traffic is a thing, basically anywhere you go, I think. I think even on the country, you guys have, farm equipment that you gotta wait for and things like that. So it's not like you probably don't have as many troubles with traffic, but you still have farm equipment and stuff to deal with. So I imagine that can snarl up traffic too. No walking on the bridges. Oh, interesting. You take a bridge and island. I live on an island. You take a bridge, a ferry, or you swim. Fair. That's fair. Are there multiple bridges that you can get that you can utilize? Like it's not just like it's just one bridge. Like what would happen if that one bridge was like under construction or something? Would you guys be like stuck, cut off from the outside world, or? I would be on a ferry or stay home. I will say that having the ballpoint tip does seem to be causing a little bit of trouble when you're trying to finish your threads. I will say that. It's trying to finish your thread. Like when you tuck underneath, that does seem to be a little bit of trouble. Oh, jeez. Well, that really snarled everything up, didn't it? Snarled everything up. Otherwise, I'm really liking these ballpoint tips. They're really nice. There are bridges in New Jersey and a bridge on the other way. The ferry is to Manhattan. That didn't help me. I mean I think that the bike idea would work well if it was okay weather. I would think that if it was not okay weather, it probably wouldn't work very well. Let's see, it's 12:21. We usually go a little bit later. Typically we end our stream at 12:30. However, because we did start 30 minutes late today, we will run our stream an extra 30 minutes today, so we'll end at 1 o'clock. If that is too late for you guys, if you guys got other plans, I totally understand, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. If you would do me a quick favor while you're here, don't forget to tickle that like button for me. We have been getting a handful of new subscribers, which is always nice to see. Which is always really, really nice to see. We love making new friends here on this channel, for sure. Thunderstorms possible in the next few hours. Okay. Hey Tay, when you're done eating your lunch, could you put Addie's coat on her, please? Yeah. They said thunderstorms in the next few hours. Oh, well, I'm just keep an eye on her. Oh, is she in here?
Yeah, she's over there.
Oh, okay, that explains the. I could hear her. I just didn't know where she was at.
Yeah, she's sleeping on the blanket.
Oh, that blanket needs to be washed. Next time you do laundry, would you try and remember to grab it?
Sure.
The only reason I ask you is because Kevin's probably already done with ours.
I think their last load's in the washer.
Yeah, and I don't want to wake her up to grab it, so. Thank you. That explains it. Addie's in here with us. I could hear a dog snoring. And I figured it was probably Addison snoring, but I wasn't sure where she was at. So, I'm not sure how to do this. Possibly. Is she on the floor under here? And I do not have her. I'm having a hard time. Yeah, Addison has a thunder coat. Yeah, she does not like the thunder. She does not like thunder. So she has a thunder coat. We usually put her in the bathroom. I think I told you guys this before. But we usually put her in the bathroom and we shut the door and we turn the fan on. Mr. Wizard heard of that somehow, somewhere, from someone once, and I'm not going to deal with this anymore. We're going to go old school. He heard of it once, and so we tried it, and that actually seemed to work really, really well because it drowns out the sound of the much easier. The thunder and the rain. So she actually doesn't even like the sound of the rain because we have a fireplace in our living room. It's a metal fireplace in our living room, and she actually doesn't even like the sound of the rain. And I think that that's because she associates it with the thunder. And so she gets freaked out just hearing the rain. So she has a thunder coat that we've had for her for many, many years. We were wondering if we would need to get one for Benji, since he's the same breed, you know. But at least right now, it doesn't seem to affect him. Of course, Ivy wasn't scared of the thunder and lightning for a long time, until she was probably about 3. Happy hoodie over her ears. I forgot myself. Addison doesn't like things on her head. We've tried that. She doesn't like things on her head. Oh, that's terrible. What did they do there? Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. What was I saying? Like a headband made with fabric. Yeah, I've seen those. She doesn't really like things on her head. We've tried to put things on her head before, and she doesn't really like it. And we don't want to give her any more anxiety than she already has. So we have not tried that. Although the groomer did recommend it. Not the groomer we are taking her to now, but the groomer before did recommend it and said that that might help her. So we might try it again. Hi, baby girl. Ivy just came in. I don't know if you guys saw her come in. She's in here with us now. Oh no, that's not Ivy. That's Wrigley. Wrigley is in here with us now. Wrigley likes to lay on the dog beds that are in here. I took a picture. It was so funny when we first did our work from home. I took a picture the first day that I was working in here. I took a picture of all the dogs, and I said, you know, these are my coworkers for the next few weeks. And I took a picture of Addie, who was in this little dog bed here underneath the chair that you might be able to see Wrigley in. And then I took a picture of Wrigley, who was in the big dog bed, right? And one of the engineers responded back, and they said, there appears to be an issue with your dog to bed ratio. And I just started laughing. And I said, oh no, that's right. Yeah. She's in here. Sorry guys. I just heard an echo. Yeah, she's the 200-pound dog stuck in the 8-pound body. And then Addison is the 8-pound dog stuck in the 200-pound body. Well, not really 200 pounds, but more like 30 pounds, 30-ish pounds. There we go. Ouch. Ouch. The dogs are taking it to HR. Equal beds for equal dogs. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Although it was funny though because Wrigley. So Friday. It was Friday. I was working in here, and I always just like now I keep the door open, let them come in when they want to. And so I had Wrigley was in the dog bed here, which normally this table is pushed up against this wall here, and I'm usually sitting much closer. So the dog bed was underneath the table. Wrigley was in the dog bed for a while, and then she got up and she went in the living room or kitchen for something. And then when she came back, Ivy had taken her spot. Ivy had taken her spot in the dog bed, and I thought, well, you know, move your feet, lose your seat, you know. Wrigley did not have that at all. She sat there and stared at Ivy. And then she walked up to the bed and she scratched at the bed, and then she moved back and she just stared at Ivy, giving her the death stare. I mean, just an absolute. And I just looked at Wrigley and go, "No, you moved your feet, you lose your seat, right?" And then, and then she did it again. She scratched at the bed, and then the next thing I know, she's literally climbing into the bed with Ivy and trying to lay on top of her, like just literally trying to push her out of the bed. And so of course Ivy doesn't argue with anybody, so she quick got out of the bed and Wrigley laid down and went to sleep. And I'm just like, you bully. I'm like, so she totally kicked Ivy out of the bed, and I was like, you bully. You're such a bully. So yeah, she's something, that's for sure. She's something, that's for sure. Alright, so now we got that one done. So now we need to do this one over here. Should I come back over here? It probably should come back over here. But there's quite a few over here to do. So let's do this one. I know, you're not supposed to do that. Trying to see what I'm doing here. Alright guys, can you even see me? I keep covering it up with my shoulder. We're gonna go all the way over here. Hang on. What am I doing wrong here? Oh. No. Oh, it should be okay. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong row there for a second. Go ahead and cut that, because otherwise it's going to make me crazy. Terry says, let me see if I can win at slots. Drum roll, please. She's been having some bad luck lately with thimbles. Hi, look at that, Terry. You did win. Woot woot. This is the weirdest music. I don't know if you guys can even hear it at all, but it is weird today. It is weird today. Come on. Come on. But yeah, I was saying that we got a handful of new subscribers the last couple of weeks. We're, I think, at 904 with regards to subscribers, so that's kind of neat. So if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I promise we will get back to regular quilting. The last two live streams we've had, I've been doing cross stitching because I just felt like it. This one is our cross stitching series. We do this once a month, the first Sunday of every month. And come on. Okay. Jerry taking off? No worries, no worries. We run about 30 minutes late the first Sunday of every month, so we've got about another 30 minutes left. But if you gotta take off, I completely understand, and I appreciate you being here. Tomorrow is our members only series, so members, make sure you mark your calendar, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I will throw the link up in our community page at 7 p.m. If you would like to join us, you're welcome to. It is recorded, it is live streamed, and it is recorded, so if that's not something that's you're comfortable with, I completely understand. We're going to be working with Mama Joyce on our Blackberry Bramble project. That one's going to be pretty much a long-term project. Her and I are going to be working on that for a while. And the little sneaker, I was telling her about the two quilt kits that I bought from Missouri Star Quilt Company. I told you guys about those last week. Last week, Wednesday, I was telling you guys about those. I was showing them to you. One of them was that Jade Garden, the purple and green. I was telling Mama Joyce about that. I had dinner with her this past weekend, and I was telling her about it. And she decided she really liked it, and so she bought one. So now we'll have to do that as a series on the channel. We'll probably do that for subscribers and not for members. So then that way you guys get an opportunity to hang out with her. Alright, so now I need to go up here. Where do I have to go? Oh no, I still have one more. This one here. Okay. So yeah, so if you guys are interested in doing that as a solo-long project with us, Missouri Star Quilt Company still has a few of those kits left. They're not super expensive. They were I think they were less than $200 for the kit. It does not include the backing fabric, so you do have to buy your own backing fabric. But it is at the quilt kit, and it is a sew of the month program. It is a monthly sewing, and you do have to cut your own fabric. So that is going to be a trick for us, but we will make it work. Ouch. I'm not sure if we will be cutting our fabric ahead of time or if we will be cutting our fabric with Mama Joyce because she still needs quite a bit of help reading her patterns and things. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see what I did here. There's 3. There's a 3 over here though. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where the heck I'm at. Hang on. You need this one here. I missed one. Did I miss one? I'm a little bit lost. I have 3 threads here. Oh my gosh. Wow, I have just completely mucked this one up, haven't I? So much. Ouch. Yeah, So I grabbed 3 strings instead of 2. That was the first problem. It is what it is. Yeah. And then I'm not quite sure where I'm at on my pattern. Still trying to figure that out. Put them in a vacuum bag to make room. Oh, you vacuum sealed bag? Yeah. I actually bought the garden jade and the midnight garden and going to start soon, but I have quilt tops I have to lug on first to make room. I get that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So we are going to be working on the jade garden here soon. It was still available on Missouri Star Quilt Company's website for, I want to say, less than $200. Mama Joyce loved it so much because it's purple and green, our favorite colors. Her and I both have that in common. And it was just so pretty. And her and I are going to be doing it together. But she needs help cutting fabric, so we'll likely be... Darn it, what is going on here? We'll likely be doing that one on the channel. Probably. I don't know yet. So if that is something that is of interest to you and you want to do it along with us, I don't know when we're going to be starting it yet. It will be some time before we start it. It was so much easier to do this before. Why do you keep turning on me? I'm having trouble getting this to thread. Wow. It'll get 2 of them in there, but then it won't get the 3rd one in, and then, like... It'll not get in there. Oh, finally. Jeez. That was really difficult to do. Alright, let's try to figure out where the heck we're at now. Let's see, 2, 1. Okay, so there's those. So we're up a row. Wow, Raven, congrats on winning that. On that win there, lady. So I did. Well, that could be part of the problem. Oh no, I did that row. This is the row I need. Okay, so that one there. Go up above that one there. Okay, now I think I'm getting it. I don't know where it. There we go. I don't know why that was so challenging, but it really was. My goodness. Something is not right. Something's not right. And I'm having a hard time figuring out what it is. Okay, there's those. It's only two. Okay. Maybe that's the problem, because it's only two. I don't see this at all. It's almost like I read a line wrong and did something weird wonky. So we're gonna try to figure it out. I don't know what I did. This is one of the challenges with counted cross stitches. You really have to be careful and pay really close attention to the pattern. Sorry guys, I'm completely ignoring chat. I've been trying to figure this out, so I apologize for that. Oh, I have no idea what I did here. Well, there's this big long one here, so 5, and then skip 1. I don't know. It's really weird. Oh gosh, back is killing me. We've got about 9 minutes left, so probably just enough time to finish this thread. For a second there, I thought I saw Lucas's name. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You're supposed to be driving. Judy says, no worries, I'm losing on slots. You're not missing anything. Sorry. But, to recap, I really like these needles. They are working out really well for me. I'm very much enjoying them. So I may have to buy a couple more packs of them just so I have extras and start using these. Of course, I do need to find. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Oh, back is killing me. I do need to find a different needle threader because the one I have is not working very well. As you guys can see, I'm kind of struggling with it. So I do need to find another one. I did buy one of those, it's like this button one. Like you put the needle in it, and then you push the button, and then you put the thread on the side, and it like pulls it through. I have bought one of those that should be here in a few days. I'm hoping that works well. Obviously, I'll share it with you guys once I get it and let you know how it works. Yeah. But I am liking it. I do really like the needle. I just have to figure out how to get it to thread. Of course, using the right amount of floss would probably help too. Yeah, this one got all mucked up somewhere. I'm not really sure what I did here, but somehow I managed to muck this up pretty good. Excuse me. I don't know. Yeah. It's like the whole thing is shifted down one. Really weird. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Judy says, getting closer to my car. I'm glad to hear it, Judy. All right. All right. I give up. Let me grab this here. Put it there. Hi, baby. There we go. That way we have it for next time. Oh, my back is killing me. All right, friends. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. We got a little bit done. A little bit. Not a whole lot. Right down here. You guys probably can't even see it on the with the naked eye. So let's see if I can zoom in on it for you. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in. There you go. That is what we are working on today. It's really blurry. What happened? There we go. Not sure why it's so blurry, but let me move back a little bit. There you go. That is what we were working on today. The little gray pieces there. So a little bit better. A little bit at a time, right? Oh my god, this thing keeps turning off on me. There we go. What is happening? Why do you keep turning off? There we go. All right. Oh well. Drain the battery on that. All right, friends. Well, thank you again so much for hanging out with me today. I know it wasn't quite quilting, but at least it was some sewing stuff, sewing related stuff. Like I said, I did finish the Tree of Life project. It was over here. You guys remember seeing that? That is finally finished. So I'm going to go ahead and get that soaked up. We'll see how it goes. But color catchers is not a bad idea. I might try that. But we'll see how it soaks up and see what happens there, and then go from there. I'm hoping that it will. I don't know what I'm hoping for, but hopefully it doesn't get ruined. And then we'll be able to mount that and then hang that up in here. And I've already started on a new project that I showed you guys a little bit about earlier. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm like a little lost right now. I'm not quite sure why. Um, Thank you again to Brenda for sending me those needles. I really appreciate it. I really do like them. So if you guys are interested in them, and looking for a good cross stitch needle, these are Sullivan's needles. They're called Easy Guide ball tip needles, size 26. They seem pretty. They're pretty good needles. They're pretty strong. They seem to be working out real well. So I really like them. I will recommend them, and I have them here now with me, so I'm going to be using them a little bit more often. So thank you very much for that recommendation. I appreciate it. If you guys have other needles that you use that you recommend, by all means, send me an email, leave me a comment down below, let me know what kind of needles you guys use, and I will be happy to try them out to see if that's something I like. Now, of course, needles are a personal preference. Everybody has their own, but I like to try and use them, see what they are like. Share with that information with you guys so that you guys can make more educated decisions when you're purchasing your own projects. So next week, I'm sorry, tomorrow we do have our members only live stream, so we will be back here tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I also have another live stream over on Katie's channel this evening, 5:30 p.m. Central Time for our Peace of Mind Mending Pieces, where her and I like to talk about mental health. We are joined by Myra, who is a licensed trauma therapist, and she brings in a little bit of a different insight for us. She's not your therapist, but she can provide us with some professional opinions and things like that. So if that is something that is of interest to you, make sure you check out Katie's channel. We will be over there later today, and then of course we will be back here again for our subscribers and you know on all of everybody else on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time for our Spools of the Year project. We will be working on June, and we'll see how far we get with that. We might end up with a rollover on Wednesday. We'll see. Just see how things go from there. But anyway, if you are watching this as a replay, thank you so much for watching. Also, thank you to all of my viewers who are watching right now. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are working our way slowly to our 1,000 subscriber goal, and once we get there, there will be a million thimble redemption box waiting for one lucky winner. So thank you guys again so much. I can't find my mouse. It's over here. Thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me this evening, or this morning. Hopefully, I will see you again very, very soon. Ivy says goodbye as well. All right, friends. I will see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.